Oh, do we have quite the footage to go through today? As you're going to see, this, challenge, is hard. This is not the half of it. Yes, this may look easy, but this took 5 full goddamn days. You see, that's not something that, happens quickly, because as I'm going to show in a moment, what we did and put in that chest is not easy. Now, just waiting, taking a breather, because what is inside is 2 ashen wind skulls. Now, if you're not aware, 1 ashen wind skull, you can server hop for that. Getting 2 can take hours upon hours upon hours. Now, in this case, I think it was 8 hours it took us to even get the skulls alone. I think we started at 3 and finished at 10, was it? So, a good amount of time. But, honestly, just couldn't believe it that it was actually possible. But in the end, yes, it is possible. The only challenge part is really getting the skulls. It's possible otherwise. Now, due to the amount of flame hearts that appear, it's going to make it look impossible. I don't know if it's just flame heart myself, but I'm seeing way too many flame hearts for an Ashen Winds update about Ashen Lords. I'm just seeing flame heart. And, again, nothing too major. Shut the hell up, phone. Jesus, I'm trying to do a voiceover. Okay. And then, I don't know why we did this. We just really wanted to see if we could get back up there. No reason. No idea. So, I die. At this point, skulls are getting quite far. That's all that matters. At the end of the day, this was a nightmare. But there's nothing you can do about that nightmare besides get through it. And as I wait on the ferry for the first time, and these are probably going to be the most boring parts of the video, if you actually are going to watch it through all the way, is the ferry. I'm going to try to talk over it, but I don't mind if you skip it. That is totally up to you. At this point, I've respawned, and, make my way back down, and I should not have rushed like I did. Yes, you can rush, but not the way I did. Now, we have to deal with another loading screen. Good job. Back to the ferry of the dam, because apparently a different system was too hard. 30-second load time in, 30-second load time out. It's on Xbox, that's how that works. They really don't let you go. But, as we keep going here, I don't even know what to say. The ferry is boring as hell. But, as I do end up respawning here we go. I don't rush that part where I fell last time, because, I don't want to fall and have another ferry loading screen. But I load in, nothing too major, right? Get the skulls. Good job, mission accomplished. Not really, though, because now we're going through here. Can't really lose the skulls at this point. I mean, if you die midway, you can still get it back, to be honest. Not too sure why that happened, haha, hee, you kinda were baddie at that part there. I don't know, since they're on Xbox, I don't know if they were lagging. Eris, goddamn, you were lagging that night. Now, this point we're at the part where I can lose the skulls again. This is the last part where you actually can, though. As at this point here, it's so incredibly dark, and this is why I do not recommend doing this solo if you're even thinking about this. I do not recommend doing this in the first place, but don't do it solo if you actually do decide to, because that is going to make this so incredibly much harder. Yes, I have done it, but it did take around 3 hours in this part alone because of how dark it is. It's pretty dark at that point. This is not a 3-hour video. Walked in the spikes for no reason. Could be a 3-hour video just because I walked in the spikes and he got away on the ferry again. But, you know, moving on. We're gonna move on from that. What am I gonna do? Yes. Love you. Now like and subscribe. There you go. That was weird. Why did I say that? Moving on. Back to the real world. Yes. That's right. I was scared that she was going to try taking that chest. That was anxiety-based, because I did not want to lose skulls for the 5th day in a row, let's just be honest. Losing 2 skulls 5 days in a row. Awful. 4 times the servers just lagged out, because our servers apparently could not handle anything. 3 times the servers lagged out. The 4th was a keg, and the 5th we did it. But as we keep going here, got nothing really too major at this point. We're not at the super hard bit. Obviously I'm going to be stopping at these points, as you'll see, just really due to being scared of falling. I'm like, okay, let's wait a minute, you know, don't want to rush too fast and, well, lose everything. That would be the epitome of me, to say the least. Let's see. Yep. At this point, taking a nice break, but, Eris decides to go take a nice break to the ferry in a moment. Yep. No, not yet. I think it's around now. Yeah, when I turn around, she decided to go to the ferry real quick. You know, just give me some nice time to get ready to carry that chest. Nothing too mean, right? You know. But 2 ashen wind skulls, yes. Something you don't see much, people. Yeah, truly do not see it much. And it's something, alright. It's definitely something. Anchor raise, anchor raise, anchor raise, the anchor raise, anchor raises, and away up she rises. And the anchor is up. There we go. But no, I'm trying to be funny. Just trying to be funny and do a nice voiceover. But kind of hard to be funny when you're, you know, waiting for these parts. The only reason I'm not cutting these parts out is because, hey, he cut it. He didn't actually do this. I'm not going to hear that. I did the entire thing with Eris. It was a nightmare. Anyone who says I did not actually do it, go to hell. This was pain. You don't actually know what hell is until you do this. Oh yeah, we could do 3 actual bed skulls. But yawning captain here. No idea why I did that. And then I make a raise it solo. Aren't I smart, guys? You know, honestly, just so smart. But, I don't know what I was waiting for, really. But, you know, sitting here, waiting for something to actually happen. What? Was I trying to align it? I think I was trying to align it, but it didn't work. I knew it wasn't gonna work. No, scrapped it. Just to, raise the anchor fully. Gotta do this the incredibly tedious way. The way of life. Possible risk of losing everything. A matter of a second. Of a frame, even. Who knows? Happen at any moment. Lose these skulls truly at any single second. What happens then? Why, nothing at all. Nothing would happen. And, who knows? Maybe I will cut this out, but I won't. Oh, yes, I'm gonna fall asleep doing this. You're right here yawning and then talking for my sleep all day. Wouldn't that be just lovely? Looks like we're at the quarter mark, though, almost halfway. Voice cracks, gotta love it. And at this point, we can finally start, right? Please, we're not gonna drop that anchor. Please. Right? I just want to get this over with, right? This challenge is annoying and very annoying to voice over as well. But as we proceed through the depths of hell, here we go. Made it. Perfect. Don't need to somehow get a harpoon rowboat down here and cut that out. That would be annoying, wouldn't it? Really? Alright, so how's everyone's day doing? Yeah. Why don't you go take a nice break, let this part run through, get a nice glass of water, and drink up. Water. I love it. Okay, here we go. But as we keep proceeding, again, nothing really special. We're just sitting here waiting for something to happen. The fact of how boring this is, but I'm keeping this in so that, no one says that we cheated, this is fake, you hacked or something. I'm not in the mood for those comments. You are seeing the full footage of this happen. And no, I am not going to go ahead and get 2 skulls and do it again, and then have to go get 2 skulls on recording. No, that could be like a 12-hour thing. And I really don't think anyone wants to watch 12 hours. So, let's keep it at 30, shall we? As we keep going, we're still waiting. Minutes upon minutes pass. Nothing happens. The same frames are loading in. It's almost like the recording software lagged and, stopped, right? Or the game did. Well, no, that just didn't move for some reason. And there we go. We finally move. And then not done waiting, by the way. No. Why would we ever, and I mean ever, be done waiting? And this is why people cut out parts, because it's just waiting. I don't know. Awaiting arrival of something to happen. There we go. Guess what? We have light. But we have to wait. Do you really think this waiting game is over? So why have you not skipped ahead by now? What is wrong with you? Come on now. Just skip ahead. Just to be honest, why wouldn't you? We're just sitting here for like 5-10 minutes. And this is the part where I would love to not have to voice over and be like, hey, we're back. Which, you know what? I'm not gonna do that, and I'm gonna talk for a half hour for some reason. But here we go. Moving along. Yeah, no. Looks like we're over halfway, almost at the 17-minute mark. To me, this says that this is boring as hell to watch, but it's okay if you skip past this part. I 100% agree with you skipping past this. I'm actually going to do the Jeopardy song for copyright reasons. I can copyright you for anything. And this is the time she makes it. Yep. I've watched this a couple times now, I'd know. But, now we proceed and move on. Wonderful, wonderful content, as you know. And, now you see that pole there that's supposed to be a support beam. That can make you slide off, which scared me while I was doing it, but, we move on, as you say, you know. Finally, right? Finally. We made it past that part. Welcome. If you skip past, I understand if you skip past. Here we go. For some reason, we're still sitting here. I mean, this is really a sitting video, isn't it? Jeez. Moving along, right? Yeah, there we go. And we move on to our first batch of skeletons. Now, the annoying part here with the skeletons is, if it's night and they're shadow skeletons, they will completely walk through the traps in the door and go to the second batch of skeletons, pretty much screwing you over if you're doing this solo. You gotta keep in mind, cannot let that happen. Because you're gonna have that one shooting you, so that you have enough time, right? But then there's a horde that makes it through of shadows, and, well, you're done at that point until it becomes daytime. You're just done. Oh, but what if I kill that batch of skeletons? It respawns because you shouldn't have been there and will come right back. But they shouldn't have been there in the first place themselves. So, gotta love it, Rare. Truly, truly love your logic. But, second batch, here we go. And, you know, this part, again, nice and simple, unless you have the, Sending back shadows walking in. And, you know, at this point I'm almost attacked. As you can see, I start getting attacked, get saved there, and that's pretty much what happens with the first batch becomes the second batch. And, you know, we're almost there, which is lovely. Lovely, lovely. And at this point, if you fail, how? Like, I get, you know, you might call it possible after the fact of doing the insanely dark parkour, but you can quit after going through that solo. It can get very aggravating and tedious, to say the least. But, I had to share a few journals during this because she hasn't 100%ed it yet, despite just doing the Soul Tale 5 times. No, not completing it 5 times, but, you know, just bouncy, 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 bouncy. And then we have a shadow skeleton that triggers one of the pressure plates and just really screws himself over. You know? Hit the lever. And hit the lever. There we go. Isn't it lovely? Isn't it lovely? Because congratulations. You have made it towards the end of the video. No, I'm not doing that. We move on, we move on, we move on to raising the anchor, please. I said we move on to raising the anchor. We don't keep running back towards the horde of skeletons. No. Good, good. Okay. Good. This is what I like to see. Here we go. Oh, don't do that. Okay. Really? We have to sword lunge? Why would we do this? I just want to take a moment to mention, this is probably going to be like a Sea of Thieves video for a while. I'm going to try some other, video ideas that I've had. It's just been kind of content dry, to say the least. There hasn't been much replayability. I mean, sure, the Ashen Lords are cool, but, I mean, the first 8 hours to get skulls, or how many hours 3 to 10 is. That's like, come on. You gotta be kidding me. I mean, the replayability isn't there if there's 4 different Ashen Lords, and you only really need to do it once. You know? But, you know, again, nothing major. Now, I'm gonna bring this up during Lobby Boxes. Yes, I used a few sword slashes here. Yes. But there was this little bit left in each skull, right? So I do not want to hear it. Yes, the Gold Hoarder can be defeated with just the Ashen Wind Skull. Don't believe me? Try it solo. He dies in less than a skull. You'll only need 1. Okay? That's all that you'll need, right? So, there's a little bit left in each, and you'll see here in a moment what I mean, but, you know, let's just be honest. You need a few sword slashes, that's fine, but it is possible, and I really, really could not care less if you care about me using like 10 or 20 sword slashes. That doesn't do any damage compared to fire to the Gold Hoarder. Because you gotta keep in mind he's a gold skeleton. What are sword slashes do to gold skeletons? Hardly anything. It takes about 100 for a regular, not even a captain, and the Skeleton Lord's health. This is what does damage. Okay? To any Skeleton Lord or Golden Lord, I do not care. Okay? This is what did the damage. Say what you like. This is doing so much damage to him. And this is fun to watch over and over. And if you skip to this part where I'm burning him, go back. God damn. You missed some really boring shit, I gotta say. Here we go. Starts slashing me. I drop the skull, get back to heal. Good, I did, because that's how I survived. Now I gotta go get food that aren't bananas. You know, she's trying to use the skull. There was a bit left after she's done using it. And you're gonna see that, you know, that little bit there she missed. That there are these areas where the skull was wasted. And that is where, if we actually hit that and did not hit him with the sword, guess what? It would have did it. So do not bullshit me in the comments. Oh, you didn't do it. Yes. The majority of the damage was dealt, and that's enough to say that he was defeated with said thing. Now, you see there was a little bit more that was just wasted. And there's a bit that just put him on fire again. You know, I mean, you can see all of this stuff that was wasted, unfortunately, if you, like, really watch the video. And it's truly unfortunate, because at this point he's in his third stage, and we're still gonna have some juice left after we're done with this, and we missed some, obviously. So, stop the bullshit, if you're even typing that comment, okay? At this point I'm waiting for hours after he comes up. You do this 5 days, 8 hours each day, you're gonna want to see the end result, right? Final stage burning. And, well, it's exactly what I do. I wait. But not for too long, obviously. The moment she says I'm here, it's time to burn that bitch. Yes, kaboom, bitchy. Move there. Of course, missed something there. See, that was a good amount of fire right there. Like, even when you just, like, go do with the skull, that is using battery of the skull. So, honestly, that was a lot wasted right there. Quite honestly, yes, it's possible to sword dash. Or anything. I don't know how many times I have to bring that up to all the people in the comments, but yes, this is possible. And this was an honest nightmare, to say the least. You know, truly, ruthless Wrathbone. Ruthless. You know, here we go. You know, he's almost done at this point. He starts to heal. But my skull is almost done, as you can see. Fear me, and just as he does his fear me, a little bit of the skull there, and just a little bit that I was firing after we did this. But I do hope you enjoyed, and well, this does it. Gonna have to go do the intro and outro because I did not do that first. And have a wonderful, wonderful day. So, I'm just gonna play some Roblox Arsenal for this outro. Nothing too much. So, basically the summary of that video is how to pretty much put yourself through the much pain as possible by playing Sea of Thieves. Okay? And as I mentioned in the video, I'm going to be taking a break from Sea of Thieves. I'm going to be playing other games. This may be one of them.